Welcome, folks, to Game 2 of the Mario Sluggers League Championship Series. Things are going to get a bit spooky tonight as we are at Luigi's mansion for this ball game. Things could get extra spooky for the Monarchs if they lose this one. The Wilds are up 1-0 against the Monarchs in this series, so a win tonight would crown them as the 2026 Mario Sluggers League champions. If the Monarchs can pull it off, though, they'll force a Game 3 tomorrow night. The Wilds were able to squeak out a win yesterday in Game 1 on Daisy Cruiser off the bat of a 2-run homer by Critter that splashed into the sea. The Wilds will look to continue their power and knock some out of the park today and take home the championship. Meanwhile, the Monarchs are on the ropes and will look to fire up their bats and live to play another game by forcing a Game 3. Here are the lineups for tonight. I'm joined alongside my good pal Boom Boom on color commentary. Boom Boom, tell us what to look for in this one.
Thanks, MC. Pressure's all on the Monarchs now. They dropped Game 1, so this is a must-win in a best-of-3 series. Peach is on the mound today for the Monarchs with her respectable 3.09 ERA during the regular season. She hit .500 at the plate and was one of the league's most dependable pitchers. She had the ball land a lot of responsibility in Game 2. Of course, slowing down this Wilds lineup is easier said than done. Donkey Kong headlines the order with 10 home runs and 19 RBIs. While Funky Kong finished the regular season batting an incredible .846. Then you've got King K. Rool and Critter lurking behind them, but there just aren't many easy outs. One thing I'm watching is whether the Monarchs can get more production from the top of their order. Toadette, Peach, and Daisy can all put the ball in play, and Petey Piranha has already shown he can change a game with one swing. But after dropping Game 1, they're going to have to cash in on their scoring chances. For the Wilds, the approach is simple. Don't change a thing. They won Game 1 by getting timely power and solid pitching. And now they've got Diddy Kong taking the mound with a chance to clinch the Mario Sluggers League Championship. The Monarchs are fighting to extend the series, while the Wilds are looking to finish the job today.
Thanks, Boom Boom. We're all loaded and ready for first pitch, so let's waste no more time and get down to the field and see it all play out. We are officially underway here in Game 2 of the Mario Sluggers League Championship Series as Toadette will lead it off for the Monarchs.
Not the best season from a leadoff perspective, only hitting .267 on the season.
Currently at a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch, swung on and hit on the ground to Critter at second throw to first to retire the leadoff bat. That makes way for Peach to try to light a spark in her team's bats that were silenced yesterday. She hits it up the middle, and it will get through for a hit to put Peach on first base with one out.
If anyone is going to light a spark in this offense, it's got to be the team captain herself. I think this team thrives when her bat is hot.
Daisy will look to get on base behind her after hitting .571 on the season. Diddy Kong sends the second pitch. Hits a line drive into right center field, and it gets in for a base hit. The Monarchs now have 2 runners on with 1 out.
That's the 1-2 punch you want to see from this team. When Peach and Daisy can start a rally, they can really snowball an inning in their favor.
And that brings up the strongest bat in the Monarchs lineup, the big guy himself, Petey Piranha. He hit .462 with a homer and 8 RBIs this season. Hits a hardliner into right field, but it is caught in the thicket by Brown Critter for the second out as Peach and Daisy retreat to their bases. Blue Toad will look to keep the rally going with 2 outs and put the Monarchs on the board to gain the early momentum. Line drive up the middle, and it gets down in center field for a hit. Peach holds at third, and the bases are loaded now for the Monarchs. Red Toad flips up to the plate. He failed to get an RBI this season, but will look for one here. Hits it up the middle, and it gets through, and Peach will make it home to score the run for the early lead for the Monarchs.
This is the Monarchs bats that won the Mushroom League this season. They're never trying to be flashy. They just string together hits that put the base runners on a carousel around the bases. They're like a dink and dunk offense in football. Everyone loves a long ball, and I get it. But there's something fun about watching a team just get hit after hit after hit.
Baby Daisy, who takes the first pitch for a strike, will try to get the next hit and carry on the merry-go-round. She lines it down the third baseline, and it gets down in left field, and another run will come across the plate, making it 2-0 Monarchs here in the top of the first.
These hitters for the Monarchs are already looking completely different at the plate than they did yesterday. They just look way more locked in. They're swinging at favorable pitches and letting lousy ones go. Could have been jitters in Game 1. But whatever Peach and company did in the past 24 hours to settle everyone down seems to be working very well.
Toadsworth is the next batter, having only hit .200 on the season. Diddy Kong queuing up the banana ball pitch. Toadsworth pops it up high into the air in shallow right field. Critter gets under it and makes the catch for the third, out to put a mushroom cap on the rally and bring us to the bottom of the first.
Great start for them. I know they wanted to score more, but they looked great at the plate that inning. I think the adjustments they made are looking good.
The Wilds pitcher, Diddy Kong, will lead it off for them. .467 average on the season from the leadoff spot. Hits a line drive up the middle, diving catch by Baby Daisy for the first out.
Smooth play by Baby Daisy. Took that one away and kept the speedy leadoff hitter off the bases. I think the best strategy for limiting the damage the Wilds can do is to limit the damage Donkey Kong can do by keeping the hitters in front of him off base.
Dixie Kong at the plate now. Hits a grounder to second, and it's off the glove of Baby Daisy and into the outfield to allow Dixie Kong on base on an error.
That's baseball for you. You make a great play, and then the very next play, you completely whiff it. Baseball truly is a fickle sport.
Tiny Kong will look to extend the inning to Donkey Kong. Lines it, and it's caught by Baby Daisy, and she doubles off Dixie Kong to get the runner out that she had just let on base.
Well, how about that? A great play, then an error, then an inning-ending double play. What a roller coaster of an inning for Baby Daisy at second base, huh?
Monarchs back at the plate here in the top of the second. Baby Peach starts it off. She hits a line drive into left center that gets down for a leadoff hit. Dixie Kong cuts it off to hold her to a single. That brings back up the Monarchs. Leadoff hitter Toadette to the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. As the Wilds try to keep the runner honest with 2 straight unsuccessful pickoff attempts. Diddy Kong will send the first pitch this time. Hits it up the middle past the middle infielders for another hit. Monarchs now have runners on first and second with no outs. Peach is at the plate again, and she was the one who started their first inning rally that brought home 2 runs. Lines this one over the leaping Critter and into shallow right center for a base hit to load the bases with 0 outs.
It seems they have carried over the momentum from the first inning into the second as well.
Daisy is up now already with a single this game. She hits a hard rocketing liner into the right center gap that gets past the fielders and rolls to the wall. A run scores, and another run is right behind it. Peach holds at third as Daisy gets into second with a pair of RBIs. Still no outs for the Monarchs as their bats are on fire early on in this one.
Man, that was a textbook gap shot for a 2-bagger that scored a pair of runs. Clean as a whistle. Perhaps the Wilds are a bit spooked by their environment, but they're being out-hit and out-pitched so far tonight.
Pickoff attempt to third, but no chance.
Diddy Kong may be a bit rattled. He just needs to focus on the batter at the plate.
That batter is the powerful Petey Piranha, who is an all-star bat. And here comes the pitch. Petey hits a star shot liner into the left center gap, and it'll get past everyone and roll to the wall. Both Peach and Daisy score, adding 2 more runs to the Monarchs' lead. It is now 6-0 in only the second inning. Still no outs for the Monarchs.
Just 2 straight blasts to the outfield gaps. This game could get out of hand fast the way the Monarchs are hitting.
Donkey Kong will take over on the mound and look to keep just that from happening. Blue Toad hits it in the air, and it just drops in safely into shallow right for another base hit for the Monarchs. Runners at the corners now, still no outs. Red Toad now up drove in a run earlier, lines it into right, and it'll get down, and he'll drive in another one as Petey Piranha comes across the plate to score.
Wow, we have never seen the Wilds get throttled like this. This is a hitting masterclass from the Monarchs tonight.
Baby Daisy up now, still no outs. Hits it on the ground past the diving Critter for another hit for the Monarchs. Bases loaded now, no outs.
Yeah, this is why the Monarchs are here. Top-tier pitching, and they can hit the ball all around the field and impose their will. We talk about pitchers locating their pitches. But these hitters are locating their hits and hitting the ball away from the fielders.
Toadsworth lines it into center for a base hit. Dixie Kong fails to cut it off, and it'll get past everyone. 2-run score and a third on the way. Hard throw into the plate, but not nearly in time. Toadsworth moves to third after driving in 3 runs.
Woo boy, I hate to count the Wilds out of any game, but they are letting this one get away from them to the point where even they are going to have trouble coming back in this one.
10-0 hole to climb out of. Baby Peach lines it into left field, and it gets down for another hit and another run driven in. It's now 11-0.
That's 10 straight batters now that have gotten hits. The entire lineup just got hits this inning.
That brings in Toadette, the Monarchs' leadoff hitter. She hits a deep fly ball headed towards the left center gap. She hung it just a bit too much, and it'll be caught for the first out.
And Dixie got grabbed by a ghost out there after making that catch. Count me out of playing in that outfield if that's going to happen.
Peach is up now. She's 2 for 2 tonight. She hits it up the middle, diving stop by Critter. No play at second, so goes to first to get Peach out for the second out.
Perhaps the bats are cooling off now. Might still be too late for the Wilds, though. We'll see.
Daisy swings at it and hits a deep fly ball to right center. Dixie Kong on the move, and she'll get underneath it and make the catch to end the half inning mercifully for the Wilds.
That was an absolute statement, half inning from the Monarchs. After dropping game one, they decided to come out hot tonight, and it's been a sight to see. Blowing out the Wilds was probably not on anyone's bingo cards.
Donkey Kong up now, looking to light a spark for his team. Hits a grounder to short diving stop by Daisy, who throws to first to retire the reigning MVP for out number 1. We got to check in now with Pauline after she chatted with Peach during their dynamite half inning they just had. Pauline, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. I caught up with Princess Peach during that incredible second inning, right between her 2 trips to the plate, and she told me this offensive explosion wasn't about making wholesale changes. It was about trusting the approach they established all season. Peach admitted the Monarchs were frustrated after game 1. They collected 10 hits but came away with just 1 run, and she said the message afterward was simple. Don't press. Just keep putting quality swings on the baseball. She reminded her teammates that the hits were there yesterday. The timely hits just weren't. Well, I'd say that message has gotten through. The Monarchs have come out attacking from the very first pitch tonight, stringing together quality at-bats. Peach told me everyone in that dugout believed if they stayed true to their identity, the runs would eventually come. They've certainly come in a hurry here in Game 2. Now it's up to the Wilds to respond, because after dropping Game 1, the Monarchs have completely flipped the script tonight and look determined to force a decisive Game 3. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Pauline. Peach held the Wilds to another scoreless inning as we enter the top of the third with Petey Piranha at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Donkey Kong. Line drive into left center, and it'll get down for another hit for the Monarchs. Petey gets a leadoff single here to start the third.
It's really incredible how they're swinging the bats today. I just hope for their sake they're not wasting it all day and come out with dud at-bats in tomorrow's game. Now that it's very likely they'll come away with this one. I guess you can never comfortably let off the gas against the Wilds, though.
Blue Toad lines it into right field, and it gets in for a hit. Brown Critter bobbles it, but to no effect as he gathers it and gets it back in. Runners now at first and second, no outs. Red Toad up now 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs here in tonight's game. Takes the first pitch over the plate for a strike. Hits this one into the right center gap, and it drops in for another hit to load the bases for the Monarchs with no outs.
I think Donkey Kong needs to pull himself from this one. They're just all over his pitches. His stuff just isn't there tonight. He's already allowed 8 hits and multiple runs across and has only retired 3 batters since he's been on the mound.
0-1 pitch, line towards second, caught by Critter, throws to second to double off the runner at second. Double play.
I wonder if he heard me talking smack. I think that was more a good play by Critter, though, than a good pitch.
Toadsworth at the plate drove in those 3 runs earlier tonight. Perhaps he can get a 4th. Lines it past the diving Diddy Kong, and that's a base hit. And Petey Piranha rumbles down the line and scores the 12th run for the Monarchs. A 12-0 game now. That brings up Baby Peach with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Hits a line drive, and Critter catches it to retire the side for the Monarchs, but not before they put another run on the board off a Toadsworth RBI.
Yeah, no shade at Toadsworth, but he's not out there for his skill. He's there for his leadership qualities on the field. When you give up 2 hits and 4 RBIs to Toadsworth, that's a good sign that you don't have your best stuff on the mound that game.
Baby DK makes his first plate appearance of the night. Swung on and headed towards the left center gap. Red Toad can't get to it, and it'll land and roll to the wall. Baby DK headed to second, and he gets in there with a leadoff double.
When you're behind this far, any little spark matters. It could sometimes be all you need to ignite the fire needed to trigger a comeback.
Heartball pitch on the way, and Diddy Kong takes it on the inside corner for a strike.
I think it's best to always take those star skill pitches if you have strikes to spare. Not much good happens as a batter swinging at those.
He's got 2 strikes now, so he may have to swing at this one. He does and lines it, and it's caught by Baby Daisy, who throws to second to get the double play as Baby DK strayed too far off the bag. Dixie Kong is up now. Line shot towards short, and Daisy leaps and makes the catch to end the third inning. 2 innings left for the Wilds to mount a historic comeback.
Well, neither of these teams you can really count out, and the Wilds can score runs in bunches like bananas. But I think this one might be too far out of reach even for them.
Toadette at the plate now. She crushes a liner down the right field line, and it's going to drop in and roll to the wall, but Brown Critter is right on it, so Toadette will settle for just a single. That brings up Peach, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Donkey Kong sending the first pitch. Ground ball, Diddy Kong charges it, throws to second for 1, and over to first for the double play.
Good job by Diddy Kong to attack the ball and not wait for it to get to him, allowing them to turn that double play.
Daisy at the plate now with a pair of RBIs tonight. She'll get on base for the 3rd time tonight with a single into center field here with 2 outs.
I just checked what team had the most hits in a single game this season, and it was the Monsters when they crushed the Eggs 18-0. They had 23 hits. The Monarchs are at 21 hits this game so far, so they can surpass that record tonight.
Petey Piranha up now, and he's 2 for 3 tonight. A pair of RBIs as well. And Petey blasts that ball high and deep, traveling through the haunted night sky towards the mansion, and it's a goner. A 2-run blast that adds to the Monarchs' lead. And as you mentioned, boom, boom, that gives them 22 hits on the game, 1 away from tying the record.
This is really unbelievable. It's just a case of one team coming out to play while the other just looking completely uninspired, and I don't think we've ever seen that from the Wilds. We've definitely never seen them dominated like this. A lot of people saw the Monarchs as the clear underdogs in this one, but they're proving the doubters wrong tonight.
Donkey Kong finally concedes the mound and brings in King K. Rool to pitch here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. He'll face off against the 3 for 3 Blue Toad at the plate. Lines it up the middle, and it'll get in for a base hit, officially tying the Monsters' record for most hits in a game at 23. And Red Toad here has a good chance to do it. He's 3 for 3 tonight as well. Lines it to left field, and there it is. The Peach Monarchs are now officially the record holders of the most hits in a single game, with 24 off the bat of Red Toad.
Just another footnote to add to the legacy of this 2026 Monarchs team.
Baby Daisy stands in the batter's box now. Hits this one in the air, left field traveling back towards the wall, but it will stay in the park, and Baby DK will make the catch to bring us to the bottom of the 4th.
The Wilds have 6 outs remaining to score 14 or more runs to stay in this one. If any team can do it, it's them. But this Monarchs pitching staff just may be too good.
They've only ever used 2 pitchers, and that's Peach and Daisy. Both have the stamina to pitch complete games. They had the most complete games with 4 in the league this season with 2 apiece. Daisy hauls that one in for a pretty easy first out that makes way for Donkey Kong. The Wilds need something here, and this is the one who can do it. This one is crushed to deep center field. Toadsworth and Toadette giving chase. This one will stay in the park, though. Toadsworth is under it and makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Man, even the reigning MVP is slumping at the worst time.
That brings up the Wilds' current pitcher, King K. Rool. He smashes that ball, and it's heading to deep right field. And it's gone. A solo shot that puts the Wilds on the board, making it now a 14-1 ball game.
I know it sounds like nothing as they're still down 13 runs, but momentum is a big deal in baseball. Going into the decisive Game 3 tomorrow after game shutout is a lot tougher to mentally bounce back from than having at least put something on the board.
Here's Funky Kong now, singled in his last at bat. Liner caught by Toadette in right field to end the 4th inning.
Well, they have 1 inning left to score 13 runs. Not only that, but they'll need to first hold off the Monarchs from adding to their lead, which has not been easy tonight.
They have King K. Rool pitching too, which is his only pitching appearance this season, not the usual mound dweller. He'll face off against Toadsworth, who currently has 4 RBIs tonight, which is 4 more than he had the entire regular season. Here comes the 2-strike pitch. Grounds it to short. Diddy Kong fields it cleanly and throws to first for out number 1.
I have to say, King K. Rool has been pretty solid in his short appearance.
Baby Peach is now up to the plate. Another Monarch with an RBI tonight. Grounder and diving stop by Diddy Kong, who rolls through and throws to first for the out.
Style points for that one. At least if you're getting blown out, have some fun out there when you can.
Toadette now with her 5th plate appearance. Lines it up the middle and gets on base with her 3rd hit of the game. All 3 singles.
It's pretty rare for a team to bat all the way through the order 4 times in a 5-inning game. That's 25 total hits for them for the game.
Peach will take her 5th set of swings as well with a runner on first and 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Peach swings and grounds it to the left side. Diddy Kong dives and makes the throw to first, and that's the 3rd out. We now head into the bottom of the 5th, and by all likelihood, the final inning, barring a miracle for the Wilds.
13 runs in a single inning is tough, especially against this pitching staff. The Wilds really just need to focus on getting some bit of momentum to carry them into Game 3 tomorrow.
Critter stands in now, singled in his previous at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swings and hits a liner headed for the left center gap that gets in for a hit. Toadsworth cuts it off, and Critter holds it first for a leadoff single.
Good start to the inning. Just don't go down without a fight.
Brown Critter stands in at the plate now, hoping to play the role of rally starter. He's 0 for 1 tonight after hitting .500 on the season. Swings at Peach's hardball pitch and drives it into right field. Toadette under it and makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, like I said before, I wouldn't swing at those star pitches unless I have to.
Baby DK stands in with a double to his credit tonight. He rockets this one like a comet down the left field line, and it lands and bounces into the wall. Critter on the way to third, and he'll get in safely as Baby DK holds it first. Runners at the corners now with 1 out.
Hey, there's some late-game life in these bats after all.
Diddy Kong will look to keep it rolling and lines the pitch, but it goes foul down the left field line. Runners take their leads, the pitch incoming. And Diddy Kong, utilizing his banana swing, sends it up the middle before it curves sharply into right field and gets down for a hit. Critter scores, making it now a 14-2 ball game.
That was a crazy sudden curve on that one. It's obvious why it's called the banana swing. But that would have gotten down either way. But that was the perfect time to use that star skill.
And Peach seems to be getting a little burned out on the mound. We'll see if she decides to push through or bring in someone to get the last few outs. And Dixie Kong lines it up the middle and gets a base hit to load the bases for the Wilds with just 1 out.
Well, it's good to see they aren't going down with a whimper.
And Peach is going to step off of the mound and bring in their ace Daisy to pitch the rest of the game. She'll face Tiny Kong with just 2 outs remaining. Liner caught, throw to second for the double play, and that's the ball game. And the Peach Monarchs seal Game 2 in their favor with an absolutely decisive victory where they imposed their will on the Wilds, taking a 14-2 victory after dropping Game 1. That means it will all be on the line tomorrow in Bowser Jr.'s Playroom, where the winner will be crowned your 2026 Mario Sluggers League champions.
I'm so impressed by the Monarchs tonight. That was an offensive performance for the ages. 25 total hits, but 22 of them were just singles. They just kept piling them up one after another and just kept scoring.
And we couldn't decide on just one, so we have 2 MVPs for tonight's game. Both Red Toad and Petey Piranha were equally instrumental in the Monarchs' runaway victory.
Yeah, they just couldn't keep Red Toad off of base all game. And he hit the record-breaking hit to give the Monarchs the record for most hits in a game. Then you had Petey Piranha, who was just a triple away from the cycle. He had a single, a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs. He was crushing the ball all over the field tonight. Honestly, though, the Monarchs could have had like 5 MVPs tonight, all with a case to be made for being chosen.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this box score. Every player on the Monarchs had at least 2 hits.
This one was all Monarchs from the very beginning. After scratching across just 1 run in Game 1 despite collecting 10 hits, the bats absolutely came alive tonight. The Monarchs piled up 25 hits and had production from top to bottom. Blue Toad and Red Toad each went 4 for 4. Toad had added 3 hits, and Petey Piranha delivered the biggest blow with a home run and 4 RBIs. Toadsworth matched him with 4 RBIs of his own as the lineup just kept the pressure on inning after inning. The Wilds simply couldn't find an answer on the mound. Diddy Kong was chased after just 1 inning. Donkey Kong couldn't stop the momentum in relief, and by the time King K. Rool entered, the game was already out of reach. Offensively, King K. Rool supplied the lone highlight with a solo homer, but the Wilds never mounted the kind of sustained rally they needed. Peach gave the Monarchs 4 1/3 solid innings, and Daisy came on to finish it off. After dropping Game 1 by a single run, the Monarchs answered with a statement, 14-2 victory. And now the Mario Sluggers League Championship will come down to one winner-take-all Game 3.
And that game will take place tomorrow night inside Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. This is where we'll crown your 2026 Mario Sluggers League champions. Man, what a season it's been, and I hate that it'll be over with tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just grateful it's going the maximum distance with 3 games and didn't end after just 2 games.
Without further ado, we will now call it a night. We will see you tomorrow night for Game 3. For Pauline and Boom Boom, I'm MC Ballyhoo signing us off. Good night and joy be with you all.